Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25. A time for Mac Jones and his Patriot offense to take the field. Jones now in his second season since being selected 15th overall in 2021.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
Former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 14 carries, 55 yards and a touchdown.
Not horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments in how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can keep those numbers up a notch.
Harris going to get it again on second down. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
New England has found its lead running back, and it's Damian Harris. The Alabama man tied for second in the league with 15 rushing touchdowns.
Let me know
it was a game short of 1,000 yards.
Reply to that. You guys comment your favorite NFL team. And let me know. If you're not a mute, I hold it because here's your son. So right back. You're welcome, SG, comment, please. I will reply to your comment. But right now, I'll be like the air just keep going. So give me a few minutes, guys.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. He's at the 50, 30, 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six touchdown. So just a tremendous play there defensively on this opening drive. Not just to make the interception, but to take it all the way home.
And it felt like this was a defense that was on its heels a bit to start this thing off.
Yeah, they pretty much let the other guys march right down the field until that moment.
Yeah, key play there, turned it all around. Big moment.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that makes the score 7-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. This defense for the Steelers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And they needed to be because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. On the give, this is Harris. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. T.J. Watt, always the disruptor, there to blow that play up. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Jones. He completes it to Henry.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. The former MVP in his 12th season leading them out. He's got more rushing touchdowns than any quarterback in NFL history. Cam Newton.
And many people are having difficulty pegging exactly what they believe Cam Newton is at this point in his career. For me, when I see certain days and he's right, he can still be an accurate passer, can still get the ball downfield. And his running ability, especially inside the 10, still makes him a difficult quarterback to prepare for.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 14 carries, 67 yards, and a touchdown.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked to him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Newton. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line. Now Harris. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off play action. Jones under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Devin Bush driving in and picking up the sack.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
They'll run with Harris. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball. So on 4th down, Jones jogs off, and on comes a longtime vet, Nick Folk, for the Pats field goal try. Folk's kick is good. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. And they'll accept that penalty.
Automatic first down.
So a special teams mistake on the field goal try leads to a new set of downs inside the red zone. Looking to throw. Jones. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Henry. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. This is Harris. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Damian Harris, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Pats are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From the 10. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Newton. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down. So the new weapon just picked up via the trade, making an impact here right away.
And what you like about getting guys who catch passes, you don't have to spend a lot of time in the playbook. You just tell them to dial up a route and get the ball in their hands.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Newton. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. Touchdown! Juju Smith-Schuster, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers have taken the lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. When they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it's capped off by the touchdown from Juju Smith-Schuster. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Offense returns to the field. There's the running back, the bruiser from Alabama, Damian Harris. They're behind in the 1st half here, CD, but it's not to any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen, put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
And that's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
They go play action here on first down. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Second quarter action with 9 remaining. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Jones. It's brought in by Harris. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. On the delay, here's Harris. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing, Jones. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Out of the gun now on third down. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And he will have the Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Operating from the gun. Jones. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. They'll look to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So on 4th down, Jones jogs off, and on comes a longtime vet, Nick Folk, for the Pats field goal try. And Folk's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together.
Here we go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Newton. Into the hands of Smith-Schuster on the crossing pattern. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Hard to believe this guy was watching us from his living room last week. Now he's under center here for an NFL team.
And not many teams were in the market to sign him, but you have to believe that this team felt like we saw something previously in this guy, and now he has a chance to prove it with us.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Newton. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line. Throwing is Newton. Oh, he makes the catch off the tip by the safety. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
But when we see the ball tipped in the air, sometimes we get a little role change, don't we? Because when it's in the air, sometimes the defensive back becomes the receiver. And in this case, the receiver looked like a defensive back, but ended up a receiver.
He caught it as a receiver. Hey, it worked out.
Worked out really well for them. But I'm telling you, the defensive guys,
frustrated.
Oh, frustrated. They're going to catch it in film.
From the red zone now, Newton. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And the Pats are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight and it was closing.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We start with a couple of franchises looking to make a move here in 2022. Miami heading north to take on Baltimore. And it's the Ravens who have the lead in that one. 2 touchdown passes there for Lamar Jackson. From there, we head to the Big Apple, more specifically to MetLife Stadium in Jersey to check on the Giants. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Carolina Panthers. DJ Moore, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie, see what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And it's the visiting Jets who have the lead in that one. A touchdown pass there for Zach Wilson. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for New England. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. And meanwhile, for the Steelers, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half. These two coaching staffs likely going through their final adjustments for the second half. One of these teams is going to emerge 2-0. But who will it be? To find out, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here again comes Juju Smith-Schuster and the Steelers. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
So into Pats territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll try the right side with Harris. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Well, it certainly appears that the big guys up front have taken charge of the line of scrimmage. 2 really nice plays back-to-back. But on the defensive side of the ball, there shouldn't be any despair. Okay, they've got us a couple of times here. Hang in there, keep your composure, and try and figure it out for the next play.
16 yards to the 16 and a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, and a loose football. And the Patriots have it.
What?
And now before the ball changes hands, they take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. A give to Harris. And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up that first and goal. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
Harris will score. Touchdown, Steelers. So he had the nice run to get him down there. It was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Boswell for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Take it in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. Now the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. He gets it complete to Harris. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. On the ground, it's Harris. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. Harris running straight ahead. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Off the play fake. Jones. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And that is incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because saw the route break deep. He stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Jones on third down. But it's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up fourth down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up fourth down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11. And that one an absolute backbreaker. A chance to get back within a score, couldn't do it.
Yeah, that one went begging, as they say, right? There's the opportunity, and it was missed. But all hope's not lost just yet. But, boy, getting back within 1 score would have been a powerful motivator for their defense to take the field with.
Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Being chased out left.
Oh, come on.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. The offense on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Jones. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had. Thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And that one, just an absolute killer. A chance to get this back within 1 score.
All hope not gone yet. But at the same time, you're exactly right. They needed to get back within 1 score and have a motivated defense take the field in order to get it back for them for one last big drive.
Harris starts the drive on the ground. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Buying time to his left. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Able to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took... It's going to bring up 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it.
And that's what friends are for.
Right? As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
On the draw, it's Harris. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down.
Here's Jones.
Open receiver here, complete. It's Parker. Touchdown, Patriots. Devontae Parker, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. So the deficit now 3 after the huge conversion, but they need to get the football back.
So this is where special teams really comes into play, because getting the ball back, it starts with this next kickoff. How do they get downfield? Either jar it loose or get the ball back themselves. That's going to be key for them.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see him take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
You have to understand that.
So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Now here's another carry for Harris. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They run with Harris. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
I saw that.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Steelers use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point now by Boswell. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now Jones and the Patriots down by 10. Less than 90 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Jones. This one to Bourne, and he's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Jones. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw is Jones. And his throw here is incomplete. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Now Jones. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation.
Here we go.
And this one going to wrap up with Cam Newton going down to a knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ball game.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator of winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like what we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for the Steelers, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be at...
And I'll catch you guys on my next stream. Peace out.